Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sneha and today I'm sharing products that I picked up during the Sephora VIB Rouge sale. So if you're interested in seeing what I picked up and if I have some recommendations along the way, then please continue watching. So first, starting off with hair products, since there's only one product that I picked up. It's the Diva Curl Super Cream Coconut Curl Styler, and this is what it looks like. And as you can see, I have curly wavy hair mostly, but I like to apply this product to my curls when it's wet and then really scrunch it up to get these curls. This is my third day hair. You can still see many of the curls still remaining, although I didn't use much of this product because I had the sample and I ran out of it. So that's the reason I picked up the large size for this product. Now in skincare, I picked up three products. One is just a backup of my favorite eye cream, which is the Origins Ginseng. This particular eye cream is great at reducing the puffiness under my eyes, and sometimes I also get some on my eyelid. As soon as I apply this, say in the next few minutes, you can see a very drastic reduction in the puffiness of my eyelid. So I absolutely love that eye cream. It also helps in keeping my dark circles at bay, so it kind of reduces them whether I get enough sleep or not. So I really enjoyed that product. The second one is again a backup, but for one of my favorite face serums, which is this Ole Henriksen Truth Serum Collagen Booster with vitamin C. And I really like this serum for just overall brightening of the skin and giving a nice youthful look. And the final skincare product that I got are some face masks, and these are the sheet face mask style. This is from Sephora, and there was a good value where I could get 6 of them for $25, as you can see right here. Moving on to the fun stuff, the makeup products. I think first I'll just go off and talk to you about the backup products that I got, because that really tells you that I truly love that product so much that I always ensure that I have backups for the rest of the year. So the first one that I picked up is a lipstick, which is the Kat Von D Studded Kiss lipstick, and there's no surprise, it's in the shade Lolita. And I get that because my current one, I'm running low because I've used 60% of it. I just have this small nub remaining, so that's the reason I purchased a backup for this. So I would highly recommend this, especially if you're of skin tones that are similar to mine. The second product, which is much loved, if you've seen any eye makeup look from me, you know that the only primer that works on my eyelids is the NARS eye primer. So I definitely always make sure that I get a backup of this. And then finally, as far as backup products are concerned, I also picked up some of the Urban Decay makeup setting sprays, and these are the all-nighter. And I thought for some reason that these are the de-slick ones when I purchased it. But I guess, I don't know, I was in a rush or in a makeup days that I picked up the all-nighter. So I am going to give one of these a try, and then if it doesn't work for me, if it doesn't prolong the wear of my makeup, then I would probably return it to Sephora. Okay, now for some new makeup products that I picked up. The first one, or the least exciting one, I guess, is the Makeup Forever Mixed in Fix O2 spray, makeup setting spray basically. And then this is the bottle that I got inside. I've used it only once and it was okay. It does definitely leave behind a more dewy finish to the skin compared to the Skindinavia and the Urban Decay All-Nighter or the De-Slick setting sprays that I've used in the past. I still have to play around with this, but I did see a fellow YouTuber talk about how this really prolonged her makeup on an oily skin. So that's the reason I really got this, to try and test if this actually does that. But I'll have to report back to you on that. Now, like I didn't have enough highlighters, I picked up yet another highlighter. And this is again from Makeup Forever. It's the Pro Light Fusion highlighter, and I picked up in the shade 02 Pro Light Fusion. And then the product inside with the name of the product on the back. And when you open it up, it is probably the most beautiful highlighter I have ever seen in terms of packaging. So you have that full-size mirror right there, but I want to blind you. But check out this highlighter. I don't know if you can appreciate. There you go. Do you see those beautiful wave-like ripple pattern in there. It is stunning. I absolutely love it. At first when I got it, I was like, oh, I don't want to use it because it's so beautiful and I don't want to destroy the, I don't know, the wave and the pattern on it. So first I didn't use it, but of course I have to use it. Just can't keep it aside. So when I swatch it, this is what the product looks like. And then my skin tone, this is what it looks like. So you will see that in use in some of my tutorials in the future. Next, I picked up the much talked about contour palette, which is by Kat Von D, which is the Shade and Light contour palette. This is what the packaging looks like, and then on the back here I've shown the colors of the shades and also their names. And on the inside you also have similar packaging. Again, it's a cardboard kind of packaging, and then you have this magnetic lock. On the back here you don't see the colors, but you do have the names, which is great because I've heard that the Anastasia one does not have the names. It's quite difficult. I mean, especially if you do tutorials and you want to refer back to the name. So I always appreciate that the names are either on the back or right next to the shades inside. Here you get a mirror with it, which I don't care for much, but this is what the palette looks like. And as you can see, you have 3 highlight shades. One's more of a nudie, light nude shade. The second one is the banana shade, yellow one, which is probably the one that I would probably get most use of. And the third one is this light peach shade. And then at the bottom here are 3 shades that are meant for contouring. I personally think the shade is more of a bronzing shade, especially for me. Whereas these 2 I can use as a contour because both of them kind of have a cooler tone, especially this one is really cool toned. And today I have mixed these 2 for contouring my cheeks. So I've done it very subtly, so it may be difficult for you to see, but that's the products I've used today. So I will be doing a swatch video if you're new to my swatch series video, where I do live swatches of all the products, and I will be having one up for this in the next few weeks. Moving on, I picked up this giant Makeup Forever palette just because I thought it would be nice when I travel. I can put in all my, I don't know, contour products, blush products, highlighters, eyeshadows, whatever I need in here. It's pretty big, way bigger than my Z palettes that I have. I can't remember what size I ordered. I believe this is the large, but I'll write it on the screen somewhere. I also ended up picking another blush from NARS. This is a powder blush and it's in the shade Exhibit A. And if I open it, I know this color might shock many of you, but just wanted to get it. It's such a beautiful, bright color, totally up my alley. Do you see that? It would look stunning if applied lightly on my skin tone or also on deeper skin tones. It would be beautiful. So that's what that looks like. And I don't know if you want me to do a swatch, but I will. Okay, this is what the color looks like. Stunning pigmentation on it. So I wouldn't have to use a really light hand when applying this as a blush on my cheeks. Then if I put it on my arm, there you go. So let's try shearing it out. Do you see maybe something like this end of the spectrum, like a nice matte orange blush? Next I have 2 lip products from YSL. The first one being the Vinyl Creamy Stain. And I got this in the shade 401, which is Rouge Vinyl. And I have used this once, and I don't know how I feel about it. The packaging is beautiful with this black case with this little clear window where you can see the shade. And I really like the YSL packaging in general. But this does have a glossy shine when I apply it. So I'm still not sure. I've tried it only once though. This is what the applicator looks like. And then if I swatch it, this is what it looks like. Do you see that glossiness that I'm talking about? So I'm not a fan of glosses, so I'm not sure how I feel about this product. So it may be one of those products that I may have to return to Sephora. The second YSL one is something I have loved, just that I got it in a different shade. It's the Volute Tint in Oil, I believe. It's a nourishing lip oil, basically, with some color in it. So I really like this as a topper. Although I hate glosses, this is not sticky, so that's the reason I like it. This is what the packaging looks like, and I believe this indicates the color of the product. Again, the wand is similar but different. And then if I can swatch this right next to it, you see that it has some sheer light color, but it's very nourishing for the lips and doesn't dry out my lips. And I thought this would be a great addition to my lip color in winter. And then the last two things I got, the first one I think is a palette that so many people are raving about and going crazy over, but some people of my skin tone really don't like this palette. Anyway, I still picked up the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette, I believe that's how you say it. And this is what the palette actually looks like. It reminds me of the packaging for the Urban Decay Naked 1, the original palette. White suede or velvety cardboard packaging with a magnetic lock. There was a plastic sleeve in there. And you get a mirror on this side, which I'm going to fold over. And then these are what the eyeshadows look like. Again, I'll be doing a swatch series video on this, and I think it's going to come up this week on the Friday. So far, I like the quality. I did see some fallout. I don't know if you can see in these two, and then this one. You can see that the powder is kind of coming off of those shades. So that's the only thing I found so far, but I picked this up mostly because of these shades. I don't have any palette which has these brick shades or these intense pink and orange shades. So that's the whole purpose behind getting this palette. But I don't know how I'll incorporate this into eye looks, so I will be using those shades particularly and see if I get some use out of these, because otherwise the other neutral shades are common with so many other palettes that I don't need to have this palette. Oh, it also comes with this dual-ended brush where you get a flat shader brush like that and a blending brush on the other side. And then the last product I picked up is an eyeliner by Lancome, which is the Art Liner, and I've heard so many people rave about this, but never purchased it just because it seemed expensive for an eyeliner. So I did get this. It looks like a regular liquid eyeliner packaging, but I believe the brush is really long and thin, so it's great for drawing a precise line on the eye. Oh, okay. It's not a brush, it's more like a, I don't know, felt tip applicator. So I would have to report back and see how this works. But let's look at the pigmentation. There you go. It's a nice intense black liner. Maybe I'll do a comparison between this and a drugstore eyeliner that I have. So that's that. And finally, I used up some of my points. The first one being 100 points, I believe, for the Too Faced matte melted lipstick. So I never understood the whole hype behind the original melted lipsticks, but these were the matte versions, and of course I love matte lipsticks, so decided to get this. This is in the shade Sell Out, and I believe it's one of their top shades. So this is what it looks like, the color. And surprisingly enough, this is what I actually have on my lips today. So far it's comfortable, good pigmentation, but it can be shared out if you put a small amount and then blend it into your lips. And then finally I also used, I think, 500 points to get this Benefit kit, I guess. And what drew me to this was this Gimme Brow product, because I've heard so many people enjoy it that I really wanted to try it, but I never felt like buying it because I have so many brow products and I really enjoy the ones I have, so I just couldn't justify getting another brow product. I was excited to get this in this sample size, I believe, but when I got it, I realized it's in the shade Light. So I don't think it's going to work on me, but I am going to give it a try. But at least I can get some use out of these 3 products, which I have used in the past and I do like it. And finally, for samples, I did get some Urban Decay Naked Skin correctors. I got some in the shade green and peach. I do have a full size for the green one, so maybe I'll pass this on to my friends, or I don't know, put it in a giveaway or something. But I am interested in trying what the peach looks like on my skin. Next, I also got some samples of a perfume, which is the Elizabeth and James Black for Her. I've heard a lot of people enjoyed this scent, so that's why I picked that up. And then I also have a sample of the Hourglass Mineral Primer, which I have a full size of. And then finally this Clinique Super Primer Color Correct Redness. Something new for me, so I think I have some redness usually around this area because of the acne scarring around my nose and on my nose and chin. So I thought I would try this and see if that reduces the redness. And that's it. That's a wrap. That's all the products I purchased during the Sephora VIB Rouge sale. If you'd like a detailed review on any of these products, please let me know and I can do that. But otherwise, I hope you're having a good rest of the week, and I'll see you again on Friday. Bye. So I finished filming, but I thought I'll show you what stain the YSL Vinyl Lip Stain leaves behind. So I'm just going to wipe off the glossy portion with a paper towel. And you can see how both the shades, both the top, which is the oil, tint and oil, and the bottom, which was the lip product, the lip stain, the creamy lip stain, both of them leave behind a good stain. That's it. I just wanted to come back and show you that. Bye.